Chaitanya. Today we are going to learn tracing changes through 1,000 years. Subject Class 7 SST History. My introduction Chaitanya Pandey, Class 7, Subject SST History. School I study in Kendriya Vidyalaya. Today we are going to read in this part introduction and new and old terminologies. As you can see here in the introduction page, here we have provided with two maps. Take a look at map 1 and 2. Map 1 was made in 1154 by a geographer Al-Idrisi. The section we produce here is a detail of the Indian subcontinent from its larger map of the world. Map 2 was made in the 720s by a French cartographer. The two maps are quite different even though they are of the same area. In Al-Idrisi's map, South India is where we would expect to find North India, and Sri Lanka is the island at the top. Place names are marked in Arabic, and there are some well-known names like Kannauj in Uttar Pradesh spelled in the map as Kannauj. Map 2 was made nearly 600 years after Map 1, during which time information about the subcontinent had changed considerably. The map seems more familiar to us, and the coastal areas in the particular are surprisingly detailed. This map was used by European sailors and merchants on their voyages. See Chapter 6. We will read this further. Equally important is the fact that the science of cartography differed in the two periods. When historians read documents, maps, and texts from the past, they have to be sensitive to the different historical backgrounds, the context in which information about the past was produced. New and old terminologies. If the context in which information is produced changes with time, what about language and meanings? Historical records exist in a variety of languages which have changed considerably over the years. Medieval Persian, for example, is different from modern Persian. The difference is not just with regard to grammar and vocabulary. The meanings of the words also change over time. Take the term Hindustan. For example, today we understand it as India, the modern nation state. When the term was used in 13th century by Menajee Siraj, a chronicler who wrote in Persian, he meant the areas of Punjab, Haryana, and the lands between the Ganga and Yamuna. He used the term in a political sense for lands that were a part of the dominions of the Delhi Sultan. The areas included in this term shifted with the extent of the Sultanate, but the term never included South India. By contrast, in the early 16th century, Babur used Hindustan to describe the geography, the fauna, and the culture of the inhabitants of the subcontinent. As well as we will see later in the chapter, this was somewhat similar to the way the 14th century poet Amir Khusrau used the word Hind, while the idea of geographical and cultural entity like India did exist. The term Hindustan did not carry the political and national meanings which we associate with it today. Historians today have to be careful about the terms they use because they mean different things in the past. Take for example a simple term like foreigner. It is used today to mean someone who is not an Indian. The medieval period, foreigner was any stranger who appeared, say, in a given village. Someone who was not a part of that society or culture. In Hindi, the term Pardesi might be used to describe such a person, and in Persian, Ajnabi, a city dweller, therefore might have regarded a forest dweller as foreigner, but true peasants lying in the same village were not foreigners to each other, even though they may have had different religious or caste backgrounds. So we will come soon with the next part, part 2. Thank you.